Good morning, all of you. How are you all? Very good. I hope all are keeping fine and looking after themselves and staying healthy as COVID-19 along with Omicron are constantly haunting us. Okay, so be safe, be prepared yourself and look after yourself. Your safety and others' safety should be your first priority. That should be your slogan for the time being, as it is only through our determination and our self-confidence we can fight these daring enemies. Okay? Okay, my dear students? Yes, very good. Okay, now tell me, what do you think about the creation of God? Are we all equally created? What are your opinions? Yes, Maya, say me. What do you think? What is your opinion? No. Okay. How about you, Akshya? Yes. Okay. Then how about you, Sam? Okay. All of you say that there are certain differences in the creation of God. We all are not familiar or we all are not similar to each other. Yes. Aren't we different? Yes, we are definitely different because the way we look, don't we look different? Yes, definitely we look different. Similarly is our living condition. We all have different living condition since God created us different. Why do you think God created us in a different way, in a different situation, living situation? Yes, Angel? Yes, so that we may help each other. Very good. That's a brilliant answer. Yes, God created us different so that the one who is better off than the other can lend a helping hand to their sister or brother because we survive or the world survive on the base of sharing, caring and love. Excellent. Now, I'll show you a video of some people. Look carefully into that video and please do say me about how do you feel seeing those life of people in that particular area. So shall we watch the video? Yes. Okay. So watch the video and I'll ask you something.
Full combination of crime, corruption and caste-based politics brought the state to its knees. A reforming government has come, and with it the hope of change. But this is just a beginning. The Tesla slum beside a canal is an example of how many citizens of the state capital Patna are forced to live. Nasima Khartoum is the mother of these 5 children. She gave birth to another child at home a few days ago. The child was stillborn.
गरीब का पैसा रहता तब भी न कराता चेकअप गरीब जाते हैं सरकारी में तो दूसरा का भगा देता है कोई नहीं
Them carefully. But how did you feel after watching those videos? Yes, Sandra? Yes, you felt very sad. How about you, Priya? Yes, there's sort of happiness or sadness. Sadness. Seeing all those struggles of people in that particular area of living, we get sad. Now, what is that particular living condition called or the place where they live called? Any idea? Yes. Yes. How about you? Yes, they live, or it's a video representing the people's life in a slum. It is a slum in India. How do you feel about the condition of those people? Tell me, how do you feel? Yes, you said it wrong. The condition of the people living in the slum is pathetic. But they struggle, right? They struggle and they fight those barriers that are keeping them off from a happier life. Yes, still they are struggling and living to gain success in their life. Can we see anyone who just commits suicide because they were born in slums? Yes, there are people. I'm not saying there aren't people. There are people who commit suicide because of their living condition. But majority of them survives because we are created like that. We are made like that. So there's a purpose of living and purpose of creation should be completed. So hence we continue our process of living. Okay. Now coming to another aspect. How about, what do you think about having a sibling? Is it fun or is it sad? Yes, Ram, what do you feel? Do you have a sibling? Yes, you do. Okay, you have got a brother. Okay, do you enjoy living with your brother or are you sad or sick of him because he keeps on irritating you? You're happy. Ultimately, you're happy. How about you, Anjana? You two are happy with your sister. Okay, we all are happy with our brothers and sisters. We are very much happy. Often we are irritated by them just because of some sort of materialistic things. They irritate us a lot. When I do have a brother and a sister who sometimes confuses me, actually totally they irritates me. But I do love my siblings. I always miss them when they are not at house. I always miss them when I come to other places or stay away from them. So definitely we miss them. Okay, it's a different experience. Am I not correct? Yes. Majority of you who have a sibling agrees with that. How about those who don't have? Don't you miss your cousins when they come for vacation to stay at your house and leave of a sudden? Yes. We automatically feel sad because we're left alone, right? So, when having a sibling means having someone to share, to take care of us. There is someone to hear or someone to listen for us. Isn't it a good feeling, Sam? Yes, it's definitely a good feeling to have someone listen to your words, listen to your feelings and listen to your thoughts. Look into the picture I show you now, okay? And tell me about that priceless relationship, okay? Look into the picture carefully. Did you see the picture? Yes. What was the picture showing about? Yes, Anjana, you're right. It is about the sister-brother relationship. Yes, the relationship, the human relationship, particularly between two siblings, are valuable. It is so precious. Even though they irritate each other, they fight with each other, they get totally frustrated with each other, the survival of one depends automatically on others. Yes, right? Yes, excellent. Similarly, we are going to deal with our next chapter of Unit 2 about a human relationship of a brother and a sister. The chapter's name is The Price of Flowers. It is by Prabhat Kumar. He is an Indian writer who depicts a picture or a human relationship of a young girl to her brother in a small part of London. So, shall we look further into the text? What happens to this particular brother and sister? Shall we proceed? Yes, we shall proceed. So, all of you take your reader and open the chapter, The Price of Flowers. Look into the text as I read them. Okay? Very good. Okay. Look into the text as I read. It was nearly 1 o'clock and I was feeling extremely hungry. So I made my way slowly to a vegetarian restaurant which is not far away in St. Martin's Lane. Lunch hours in London restaurants were not so crowded in those days. I found not more than 3 or 4 hungry people scattered around the room. I chose a table, seated myself and opened the newspaper. A waitress came up and waited politely for my order. I raised my eyes from the paper, glanced at the menu and told her what I required. "Thank you, sir," she said and went briskly and noiselessly away. At that moment, my attention was drawn to a table not far from mine. A young English girl was sitting there. She had been watching me with interested surprise, but turned her eyes away as soon as I looked at her. So, what we saw? A narrator. He's sitting in a restaurant because he was hungry. Probably it was noon, right? He was hungry and he was waiting in a restaurant to have his lunch. So, the usual scene of a restaurant. Imagine yourself, the narrator sitting in a restaurant. He's waiting for someone to take his orders. So, here appears a waitress. She takes his order politely. Is there any waitress who comes and tell you what are the orders? No. They come, "Sir, may I help you? What do you want?" Isn't that the style of waitress? Isn't it, Anjana? Yes. You go to a hotel, waitress comes. She or he says that, "Ma'am or sir, can I help you or what do you want?" So, we open the menu and order something. Similar is with our order. He is also sitting in a restaurant. Noon, 1 o'clock. And what's happening? He is going to order. At that time, he noticed a girl staring at him with surprise. So, what is she doing? She was surprisingly looking at him. And automatically, when our narrator turned his look at her, she lifted her. She turned her head too. Just like ourselves, right? If we say, "Don't look," we definitely will go and look. And the person we stare at automatically turns his head away. So, similar is the condition of the girl and the narrator in the story. So, a girl and narrator are present sitting in the restaurant waiting to have their lunch. So, what might be the next scene or what might be the next happening that's followed by both of them encountering each other with their looks? Before going into that, let's have Martin to read where we have stopped. So Martin, start reading from the first.
The Price of Flowers by Prabhat Kumar Mukhopadhyay. It was nearly 1 o'clock and I was feeling extremely hungry. So I made my way slowly to a vegetarian restaurant which was not far away in St. Martin's Lane. Lunch hours in London restaurants were not so crowded in those days. I found not more than 3 or 4 hungry people scattered around the room. I chose a table, seated myself, and opened the newspaper. A waitress came up and waited politely for my order. I raised my eyes from the paper, glanced at the menu, and told her what I required. "Thank you, sir," she said, and went briskly and noiselessly away. At that moment, my attention was drawn to a table not far from mine. A young English girl was sitting there. She had been watching me with interested surprise, but turned her eyes away as soon as I looked at her.
Okay, well done. Very good. Now, tell me what is the setting of the play, Priya? Yes, it is a restaurant in London and we could see the narrator along with the girl sitting. Are they sitting together? No, they're sitting in separate tables, staring each other. One with surprise and one automatically turned his look at the other person. Very good. That's good. So, what happened in this paragraph? Someone quickly say. Yes, Anjana. What happened? Yes. We could see a narrator or a person sitting in a restaurant. Very good. Now what is he doing? Yes, he was waiting for his lunch. Who appeared first? Yes, a waitress appeared. Excellent. How did she take the order? Yes, she took the order politely and gracefully. Very good. Now, who was the other person? The narrator noticed. Yes, excellent. The other person the narrator noticed was a girl opposite to his table, near his table. What was she doing? Yes, she was staring at him with surprise. So, very good. I understood that. All of you listen to the class carefully. That's why you are possibly to answer, right? Yes, very good, excellent. So, that's all for today and we'll continue our classes in the next class. Okay, thank you.